Morning students, hope you all are well. Dear parents, we need your support. Kindly submit your word fees. Dear students, you are watching class 6 science chapter number 8 plant part 16. So let's start, dear students. G, hot high ordered thinking skills. Question number first, spines on cactus are its modified leaves. Can you justify this statement? Question mark, dear students. Dear students, leaves of certain plants become wholly or partially modified into a sharp pointed structure known as a spine. These spines can be used for defense purpose or may also be mean to check the rate of transpiration, for example, prickly pears and cactus. Now come to the second question. The scientists have found that the plant diversity increased on the earth with the evolution of insect. Do you think it is true? Question mark. Dear student, the insect move from one flower to another looking for nectar. When they sit on the flower, pollen sticks to their body and leg. The pollens then get dropped to the other flower to perform pollination. This increases the plant diversity on the earth. So dear students, till G part you have to do in your fair notebook. Now dear student, come to the H portion of this exercise. Write R for reticulate and P for parallel venation in the picture of the leaves given below. Dear students, canna leaf is parallel venation, hibiscus leaves reticulate venation, rose leaf reticulate, so write R. Banyan leaves, write P here because it is parallel venation. So dear student, here canna leaves here P, hibiscus write R, in rose write R for reticulate and P for parallel venation. Now come to the project, dear students. A greenhouse is a small house and a nursery of a plant where the plants are grown. The climate inside the greenhouse is controlled to provide the optimum temperature for the growth of a plant. Dear students, inside the greenhouse, the temperature is controlled for the growth of a plants. The greenhouse is mainly used to grow plant for medical research. Make a class trip to a greenhouse and observe the plants growing there. Prepare a report on the information you collect the present into the class. Dear students, only you have to write a short note on greenhouse house. Dear students, tip is not possible right now. So dear students, you can only write a short note on the greenhouse and what is the uses of this house. Now come to the life skills. Growing plants is a garden or in a spot not only help us to understand the value of the plant in our lives but also help us keep in touch with nature. Dear students, it only not growing plant, habit of growing plant is not only help to understand, only help to clean the environment, even then also it helps us to touch in the nature. The plant gives us food. We know very well plants gives us food, medicine for the health, materials to build the homes, materials to make clothes and so on. Plants are also beautiful and make our surrounding clean and pure. Surrounding and purity and the air by the producing oxygen. By growing plant, we create a more nature and less artificial environment around us, which also attract the birds and animals. Dear students, that growing plant also attract the natural environment and also habitat of the birds and animals. Air quality improve, pollution is filtered, and a strong wind and flood do not erode soil in the area where there are many plants and trees. Because dear students, we know very well plants help us in also the with the help of plants. Dear students, the soil do not erode. or we also prevent from the soil erosion. Since the plants makes our lives more sustainable, we should grow many plants around us and as it possible. Now, dear students, in the library, find out which plants bear the largest flower. Dear students, Rafflesia arnoldii is a largest flower. Now, dear student, L portion of this exercise. In the laboratory, take a radish and cut it along its length in two equal halves. Place cut portion vertically in a glass with a red and blue ink. Take it out after some days and observe after washing. The blue-red spots seen on the radish are special cells which that conduct water up the roots. Find out about these cells. Dear students, you have to just write note on the special type of cells. So dear students, now that dear students, turn your page. One activity is given there. Complete the chart given below. Dear students, here you have to write the example. Suppose that I just example of pea plant. So write here pea plant. Dear student, write here tendrils. Leaf modification. In the some plants, leaves are modified into a slender, often closely coiled structure are known as tendrils. Tendril leaves are so dear students, in this way you have to fill the chart. Here you have to write the example of leaf spines. Dear student, prickly pears, you have to write about leaf spine and modification. Dear students, now you have to write example of scales leaves also. Onion, when the scales leaves are thick, fleshy, as in the onion, their function to store water and food. Onion is the example of scale leaves. So dear students, you have to write examples. Tendrils, what are they? Tendrils, a leaf spine or the scale leaves, and here leaf modification. Now come to the B section. Arrange the following step in the correct order to show the movement of water up the stem. Dear student, the water moves along the narrow tubes in the stem first. So dear students, this is not a correct way. We have to here write correct way. First, root absorb the water from the soil. That is the first step. Then water moves from the roots to stem. Then dear students, the water moves along with the narrow tubes in the stem. Then dear students, the waters and minerals go to the leaves and the other part of a plant attached to the stem. So dear student, that is first step, that is second, third and fourth. So in this way you have to do this part in only in your book. So dear students, thank you students, stay home, be safe.